3, 2, 1.
Well, a very good day to you all, wherever you may be viewing from. Thank you for joining me on this 116th episode of Gold Paydirt Reviews with Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we're going back to an old favorite today, mainly because I'm just kind of limited for time. I was really planning on doing the black sands from the Ford prospecting package I'd gotten in, but that's just going to take more time than I have. So we're going with something easy but very cool today, and again, one of the favorites of mine. So without any further ado, let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, our table, where X marks the spot for the pirate booty bag from Vendetta Prospecting. And that's right, we're got us another bag of the pirate booty. The last time I'd gotten this one, I had a gram added to it, but this one is just the standard quarter gram that comes in with it, and $42 for the bag. Actually, it was like 3 pounds, 5 ounces, and it's loaded up. You can see there was some very, very cool stuff that's already showing up in there with the copper, turquoise. There's, oh, look at that big chunk of quartz there. Very nice. So, yeah, we're going to jump right into this one. It's got the easy open top there. Vacuum seal. I mean, heat seal, not vacuum seal. I don't know how easy open. That's good. You like a good tight seal. All right, we're seeing all kinds of colors and shine and green in there. So let's that's going to be, got so much stuff in the way underneath the gold station now. It's hard to maneuver the camera sometimes. Everything's wet. We had an inch of rain today, so that's why I was waiting for the storms to break to get out here and to get into this. So yeah, polished stones. Look at that nice piece of quartz. Let's get back in position here. Oh, very nice. Look at that. With the, like some pyrite in there with it too, maybe. Having a lot of sparkle. That beautiful, oh, there's something. Got a look to it. But that beautiful turquoise. And I believe that's the jade that's showing up in there. Polished tiger eye. Very nice. Looks like a chunk of some kind of ore there. Some polished quartz. Very nice polish on those. Oh, there was some silver. Oh, look at there. Now we're getting some of that. I think that's called that peacock. Look at the gold that shows up on those. I call them Mardi Gras rocks because they're the purple, green, and gold for Mardi Gras. But I think it's I think it's called peacock, and that's the, not the technical name for it. But check out that beautiful. Looks like gold in there in with that stone, but beautiful, very cool. Some of my favorite. That's some of my favorite rocks for sure. Again, just all that beautiful turquoise and the tiger's eye. Some amethyst. There's some polished amethyst coming out of there. Look at those. Very nice. That's what. Oh, and there it was. Check that out. That is not the first one of those that we've gotten either. This is my third bag of the pirate booty, and that will be my third copper nugget. And that's a very cool. That's a different look than the other one. So very awesome. A nice big chunk that has an amethyst kind of look to it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I've hold on. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the noise in the background, but I had another, not a cat show up when I came home from work at lunch. He was on the front porch, and it's been 2 days now, and he wouldn't leave. He's staying with me, and I put the post like I did when I found the Australian Shepherd in the neighborhood Facebook page, and but again, that miniature Australian Shepherd's a pretty expensive dog, and this little guy, I don't think he's even got he needs his nails trimmed. They're too long, but he smells good. He hadn't had his bath yet, but I've gone with the flea comb and gotten the fleas mostly off of him. But the cats, Hurricane gets along with him fine. Angel's having a hard time with him in. He's kind of upset about it, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen with him. I haven't named him yet, but he is. He's quite the little sweetheart, and he will not leave my side since the day he showed up. So, right, my boy. Right, my boy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm walking dogs now, and not something I needed, but yeah, he is a sweetheart. He's a little cutie, aren't you? You see yourself in there? So, all right. Let's see if we can put you somewhere out here. I got to keep him on a leash because whenever he does tend to want to run off, and I have to chase him down. And I've thought a couple of times that he was gone, but I sit down on the curb and he'd come running up from behind the house. So I was hoping maybe he'd find his way home, but I don't think he has one. So yeah, another lost soul has managed to find its way to the gold station. Let him get him situated here. Yeah, I'll tell you, he's quite a pill. So yeah, our cool copper, and then here, as I said, I've got two other. That's my biggest piece right there, that giant chunker, and then I've got this one. It's kind of a nice flat, smooth, kind of more smooth, and then we've got this nugget piece. But yeah, it makes a pretty cool sound there. The copper ingots. And we got our, I'm seeing polished garnets, more gator eyes. Very nice. Bunch of that turquoise. There's some of that crystallized silver. I'm sure that's some of his fresh grown. From Mike's got some beautiful crystallized silver. I believe he's got some. Just another big batch. You can buy some from him right now, and it is awesome stuff. Again, we'll get all this stuff wet down and check it out, but we've got a lot of greens, a lot of tiger eye, more of the amethyst. Beautiful. Look at all that. It's like candy. It looks like some quartz there, and a frosted quartz maybe. And that's a big, look at that one with the Terminator. Very cool point. Awesome. Another chunk. Looks like some iron, maybe iron ore. 3.5 pounds. It's a big bag. Another very cool frosty quartz. More of that beautiful peacock. And amongst all that, we got some gold. So very cool. So I'm going to pack out the big stuff, do some classifying, get it separated out, and we'll check and see what we got here. I guess we can go ahead and check out our magnetics in this, and holy cow, we have Mike threw in some magnetics in this one. Look at that. Holy cow. I was not expecting that. Wow. That is a nice pom-pom of pure black sand right there. Well, so much for speeding through. Thinking I was going to be able to speed through this to get my gold. Look at how it even picks up and clings to that tiger's eye, big stone. That's why you, if you pull your sand out of your gold, you have to still pan it, because you will have gold that'll trap in there with that too, even when it's dry. Although you can drop it and pick it back up, and you do that over and over again on a clean pan there, where you can shake, keep that must be magnetic tiger eye. That's I'm not familiar. Yeah, look at that. I've never seen tiger's eye that stuck to a magnet like that. That's unusual in my experience, so that's very cool. I wonder what's... Hey, calm down in there. I wonder if one of the dark bands or something in that is actually some kind of magnetite, as opposed to... There's another one here. Let's see if that one's got any... Yeah, it's got some magnetism to it too, so maybe all tiger's eye has the potential for being magnetic. There's one that doesn't have as much black in it. Yeah, you can see it seems like it sticks to that top black line is where it holds it. So that must be the black bands. The black bands in the tiger's eye are some kind of iron or magnetite that makes them, some much more so than others, stick to the magnet. So, all right, well, I don't know. I just find that cool. I've handled a lot of those in Paydirts, and never noticed that. So, all right, well, let's like I said, I'm going to pick through this and we'll be back. Yeah, running it through just the kitchen strainer size. Actually, I was going to use this pan, but it's still got our red stain from the last vendetta we did for our Patreon bag with that red clay. Hold on. Now, as I was saying, we can it breaks down, makes it a lot easier to recover those just going through the kitchen strainer. And all that beautiful color. Like I said, it looks like it's a bag of candy you dumped in there. Very nice. So we got our big stuff in our new little mini pan that came in, and then we've got our fine stuff, and then our rocks. So now I'm going to pick through that, get all those cleaned out, and we'll be back. Well, all right. I maybe did not pick the best bag that need to get through quick, because damn, I had the tweezers and we picked through a lot here. Check out all those tiny peridot these are the little bitty ones that are the little polished peridots. Very cool. And then our smaller, our silver. And then we've got a bowl full of the beautiful turquoise. And then those awesome peacock stones, which are a variety, and some of them, like I said, some of those really look like they've got gold, you know, in with them. I mean, I'm sure it's not, but it sure does look like it. But they are just really beautiful. And then we've got the bowl full of polished amethyst, very nice, and I believe that is a hunk of opal there. You can see those iridescent colors moving through that. So just beautiful stuff. Really fun stuff to pick through and pick out. And then the bowl full of more of our polished garnets, soon to be gator eyes, and a bunch of jade, and all that tiger eye, and then the quartz. So still some more silver in there with that. I think some of these are some more of the like the polished opal, but really, like I said, really nice haul on that. And then we've got I wet these down and looked at them. I'm pretty sure that is a giant hunk of amethyst, if I am not mistaken. It sure it's got the, if I can get it to zoom in on the layers. The side that had like some concentric like ring look to it. Oh, pretty solid, didn't break. But hit the tripod. But yeah, check that out, and look at the colors coming off of that too. But just a beautiful specimen. So, and then of course our giant copper nugget. That thing is gorgeous. Look at the details of that. Our other quartz pieces, our ores, very nice quartz crystal there. So awesome stuff. So now we can set all this to the side and get down to the dirts. Like you saw, I did not take any of the black sand out. Well, and so we've got a bunch of it to go through in this pan. It's pretty heavy, most of the weight's there, and we've got the rest here. So, and I've got 2 snuffer bottles to suck up our silver if any fine silver's left trapped in there. So, all right, we'll get set up and be right back. I guess we can start by knocking out our bigger stuff here. That out of the way. We've got our jet dry in the water. Use our big riffles on our Mine Lab pan that we won from Vendetta Prospecting. So that's pretty cool. Some awesome rocks in there though. And so like I said, you can get this bag for $42, postage paid. And you saw that the neat inclusions that come in it. Like I said, plus it comes with a 1/4 gram of gold, but you can add as much gold as you want to make it even more fun and get some beautiful Vendetta gold, a little extra. That y'all have gotten, if you've gotten any of my Paydirt bottles or prizes, you've gotten probably some of his stuff before from the other 2 bags that I have done of his pirate booty, because they make for nice additions to throw in with the Paydirt. So you may already have some of this, and but I would recommend getting the whole bag because that's the way to go with this. My bottles do not fit large size stuff like that. Well, maybe that quartz would fit down the neck, but that's about it. All right, let's see what we had anything showing up in our first round. I see some silver holding up there for sure. Just an update. I have still received no word from Lynch on my bag of just peridot. Like I said, all I ordered was the $40 bag of their rough peridot. Shouldn't be anything to put that together and send it out. Ordered that April 1st, and it still has not come in. And I received a comment, actually an update from a viewer, Tim, on I think the last Lynch that I had done, and he's already had one refund returned through, actually, that looks like most of that is pyrite. Very cool. He's already had one returned through PayPal, and the other is 58 days out and still no word on it. So whatever is just going on with Lynch is just, I mean, it sounds like they've had to restructure their company, and I don't know why they would continue taking orders. Whenever I put mine in, it said expected by, I think it was May 5th. So we'll see if I actually get it on the day that it said. Whenever it did show that the order went through, but normally it'll say the order will go through, and then within, a few days, it would say, your things being processed or being, whatever, and then it'll finally say it's being shipped. And it's just, but yeah, there are just, I've gotten numerous messages from people that are left with nothing that they've ordered from Lynch and will not. And that's what Tim said too. No contact, no replies to emails. So that was the experience I had with them, that they would not reply to my emails whenever John and I were on them about the sale bags. But I'm not sure if that's gold or pyrite there. I think that is a real piece of gold. Yes, it is. A very nice little chunker. And the rest of that is all silver and pyrite. But yeah, that one golden spot there shows up. So we will very happily grab up that one. And this other, I'm going to just rake together and put in with, I'll just sprinkle it in with the other loose gems, because I like having all that little pyrite pieces to throw in whenever you're making up dirts, and a little extra silver stuff there floating around. So, all right. I still got a little bit more on the bottom. So get this cleaned up and be back. All right, well, let's kick off a pan of our fine stuff and see how this looks. Looks like it's got a lot of black sand in it, which we already knew. So have y'all been keeping up with the Budweiser boycott? That is just crazy, man. It's after they'd been down over almost $7 billion in market share, which yeah, the stock price, I mean, that's a bad hit, but that's not really what they go by. It was when the orders came in, or when the numbers came in for the week per week from April 1st, when they started the Bud Light campaign with the Freak, and yeah, they've it showed the immediate drop in income for sales, and what's odd, down 30% in sales, whereas Coors and Miller Lite, between them, were up 30% in sales. So I mean, a direct correlation between not drinking the Anheuser-Busch and going to another brand. So, and the same thing, it's taken off more with Nike, Maybelline. They're the women are starting to speak out on it as well, since they're the ones that are being replaced by these freaks and wigs. It's just again, it's just unconscionable that this is even a conversation going on in this country now, that men are replacing women. And I mean, then just in the last 2 years, I think there's been like 6 different magazines that have named tranny men women of the year. Not to mention all the titles that have been won by men, taken away from women. Girls that won't get college advancements because men have taken. Where are all these screeching feminists? That are always worried about misogyny and all the bullshit that they've been just like I said, ranting about for decades, and they're silent on this, as we're in real time watching real women being displaced across the board in sports and movies and television, advertising. It's um, even down to the high school and college levels. I'm tell you guys, it's insane, and it's all part of one warped agenda coming from the left. So it's but yeah, it's pretty cool. Keep that up, keep that boycott up, make them pay. Same thing with Hershey. Don't buy Hershey. They're a woke piece of shit company. The it's just gotten out of control, and it's only going to get worse the way it's going. Man, it's a lot of black sand. And then you see a little bit of blonde pops up there under it when you shake it. Now we're down to where there is not much blonde popping back. And maybe I should have hit this with the magnet. I don't remember. I just don't remember. I don't remember the other bags having that much heavies in it like that. Mike might have thrown that in there for me just for because from because I beef up my bottles pretty good, the ones that he'd gotten from me. So he may be returning the favor on this one. You might not receive quite so much black sand in your bag if you've not sent him gold with a lot of black sand in it. Man, that's still heavy sand. There's a lot of black sand there. Yeah. All right. This is going to take a while. All right. Man, it's been a long road getting down to here from that first pile that I put in way too much to start off with this. I should have known with all that was showed up on the magnet. And I think a lot of this, rather than silver, is pyrite, crushed pyrite. But I was seeing the gold poking through. See up there at the top. And I was thinking that this was silver. But it moves a lot more like pyrite. When you get it down to where you're trying to separate. It looks very silvery though. We do have a nice bit of gold caught up in there with it. Yeah, it washes down pretty good towards. Oh, I think that is a speck of gold there trying to wash. But yeah, it's challenging. It's You got to take your time. Yeah, I'll use about a fifth of what I did on this first pan on the next one. Get that gold walk a little bit over there to the side. All right. Well, like I said, even at that point, you can see I still got I still got work to do. So I was just going to show though that's what it came down to. Oh my goodness, that was quite the challenge to get down to this. I will tell you, that's still the first pan that I started with. So I'm going to be out here until past dark at this rate. I might end up having to. I might end up pulling a little bit of black sand out of this to get it along. And you can see all that. A lot of that is silver. The pyrite towards the end, a lot of it's pyrite, but then a lot of that is silver that was still holding amongst the black sand, and it's very fine. So what I'll probably do is I'll just put it back in the dirt, and when I make up pay dirts, I'll incorporate this in. Like I said, that's you don't want to. There's nothing I'll waste for sure, but that's no gold in there with it. Just the fine stuff. But man, it makes it tough to it makes it tough to flush that gold out of there when you've got so much of that fine stuff hanging. Um, yeah, we'll go with a smaller amount on this one. See if I can do a little better. All right, we're down to the last pan, and darkness has fallen. I'm actually in the Vendetta spotlight, the headlamp with the Vendetta with my Mine Lab pan that I was using on this. So very cool out here in the darkness. It definitely helped me to see that gold and separate it from that silver, because damn, it's a toughie. Very fun though. Nice spring evening here. Kind of cool. So it's been a pleasant time out here getting through the rest of this.
yeah, I will definitely have to go through my tailings thoroughly, because I have no doubt that I have washed some of those smaller flakes of gold out trying to wash the silver past them. When I finished that last pan, I've gotten a little more aggressive as it's as it's gotten darker. But yeah, I found like 4 different little flakes like those at the top there showing up in had made it down into the pile there at the bottom with the silver. So I know that I've got a few others that are in the tailings for sure, but pretty sure it's minimal, because I mean, it's hard. It gets hard to see it though with the contrast between the gold and the silver. But when you get down to the end of it, it stands out pretty good, except for some of the smaller pieces. But you can see that silver still just hangs so tight, and it's a lot smaller than that gold, and it still doesn't want to. It doesn't want to wash away. But we can tap it over pretty good there. Fortunately, I caught that my microphone was dead, or else I would have been I would have had to been narrating over this, which I hate to do, but I've had to do it a couple of times since I started using the microphone. And whenever I do these these pans that take a long time, or these bags that take a long time, it'll run down the battery on it. So, alright, well, I still got to get the rest of this cleaned out. So, we'll be back and check it on the dump. Alright, let's just see how we look. Hey, no. And he's just been raising a ruckus all night. Well, fortunately, I don't think there was any really tiny superfine gold in this. At least I didn't see any going through it this time. But it was pretty fine gold, but not, like I said, not the really tiny stuff like you could get excuse me, from Vendetta sometimes. But yeah, it looks pretty nice there in the light out here. Very golden. We're pretty clean. I don't think we got any stray silver in there, so we will take it in and dry it up and see how close I am and how much is still floating around in the tailings here. Well, it's been a couple of pans. I'm down to another one, and it is tough getting that silver out of the way of this fine gold. That fine silver does not want to move. There's still one little speck up there with it hanging, but yeah, it's like I said, very challenging. So we'll add this to the growing snuffer, and I've got a couple of pans left still to. Oh, I can't see that. Couple of pans left to go through. Yeah, I could. It was already wet, so I could not run the magnet through it. So I will go through and pull all the black sand out of the tailings before I do that. And again, there's so much of that just fine silver. Once I get all the magnetite out of this, I will go back through and I'm not going to just leave it in the dirt, because it's just too much to leave in there. I'll just have a bunch of fine silver in a separate container from my crystallized silver as I already have. So, all right, man. It's like I said, I'm darkness is encroaching on me here. This is taking a while. And of course, we've got our beautiful assortment of all these gems that came out of that bag, and stones and jade and quartz and all that, garnets, tweezers, but those polished peridot and that silver, just really, really beautiful variety. Not to mention our big stuff and our copper, giant amethyst, and just some really cool rocks. So nice assortment. So what I will do though is, like I said, I'll go through and pull out as much of this as I can get clean. Look at that, man. That is that is a lot of black sand. And when it's wet, it really climbs up the side of the plastic. And you pull off the next layer off the top. A very, very nice collection there. So that I will put into here and let dry. And then I will pan that out again separately. And make sure there's no fine gold mixed in there, and then get all the other stuff out of it once it's dried, and just have the pure black sand. So very cool. I think we're good to go now. Let's run it through there one more time and see if anything else is still collecting. I didn't jam it down in the dirt. Damn, look at that. That's that is a lot more. And then it shrinks down to that. But yeah, that was really packed. I don't know what happened to the rest of it there, but so yeah, that'll be a good start for us. That black sand, when it's wet, it sticks to everything. But yeah, that's a pretty heavy pan of black sand right there. You can see some of the lighter stuff that it carried up with it. So, all right, like I said, that'll dry out, and we'll go through it a few times. I think I've cracked my time to get a new bottle for the magnet. It's held up for 2 years. That's pretty good. All right, we are in with our dried pan of Vendetta Pirate Booty Gold, and you can see there it is some very nice little flakes of gold, and it was a job getting it out of there for sure. It did not go easily, and I still have to go back through my tailings. I'll do that in the light of day. Still a little tiny speck of gold that found. So let's see how much I have to go try to recover. Our scale is calibrated and zeroed out properly. All right, 26.26. Well, I guess it'd help if I show you guys that. 0.269 grams is what it came out to. So I would think that means I got all of it. I'm going to still go through it, of course, and like I said, get that silver out. But Beautiful gold. A very nice color and very nice look on that stuff. Look at those pieces there. Yeah, so awesome bag. Like I said, a really fun bag to go through and do. And all the extras that come in it just make it, like I said, that much more fun. And you've got that beautiful copper nugget. And then again, we have our awesome turquoise, the peacock, all that jade and tiger's eye and garnets, polished gator eyes. There's our miniature opal. I mean, not opal, peridot in silver. And then the beautiful polished amethyst with our chunk of opal. So just a very nice array of stuff in there. And then once again, our big stuff. I really love that. Just check out that big chunk. That's a big honking piece of amethyst. Just beautiful. So we have a very cool bag of stuff. Some beautiful gold and silver. Still a good amount of silver out there. A very fine silver to go through. Found out that some of the tiger's eye is magnetic, so that again that surprised me. So I'm just really thrilled about this. And then of course our other nuggets there from other bags. So we have a nice copper collection there, thanks to Mike Vendetta Prospecting, and my little girl's raising hell in there. Okay, so let's just take a look up close and personal at our beautiful gold here. And again, this is basically a gem and heavy metals and specimen bag with some gold thrown in. So it was $42. Like I said, postage paid on it. I take $10 off for a 3-pound bag for shipping on that. So that gets it $32 was the actual material cost on this. For our 0.269 grams, we got $17.08 worth of gold. And off of the $32 bag, that's a 53% ROI on gold on this. But again, it was the beautiful inclusions that really make this stand out, and the fun of having some gold basically thrown in with that, and they said some beautiful. This is really pretty small gold. It's like I said, I didn't really have any of the fine gold dust, but that's a toothpick, and you can see this stuff is tiny, and that I can barely see those little specks of black sand with the naked eye. Except through the camera, it's very clear. So, yeah, it's not a high ROI gold bag, but it's a very so I think it's well worth the price for what you get, and then you throw in the beautiful gold with all the other cool stuff, and it's a winner in my book because I've done 3 of them, and next time I do one, fries are ready. Next time I'll probably maybe get a 2-grammer for the next one. So we'll see, but I'll definitely be doing this again. Well, all right, that will wrap up this. Kind of clawing at my leg. That will wrap up this episode of Vendetta Pirate Booty Pay Dirt with the 1/4 gram of gold. We got over that. Our beautiful stuff. And and we got the gold dog here, who's you might have heard throughout the video between the clawing at the door and the barking, but he does not like me to be out of his sight. Again, I've only had him for 2 days.
He's very needy. That's why I've really never been much on dogs. They're just too damn needy. It's another reason I don't have a girlfriend, right? But yeah, he's I don't think anybody's gonna come claim him. So either I find him another home, or that's why I haven't given a name yet. You know, Nugget. You like that one? I've been calling him Dingo because he kind of reminds me of a little dingo. But so yeah, not a dog guy, but I got one. I don't know. Again, I don't know why they keep showing up here, but so that's what it is. So again, thank you for joining me on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I have been your host, Bayou Gold Guy, and again, thank you for all the support for the channel, your subscriptions, your reviews. If you're still with me this far along and you have not subscribed yet, if you'd hit that button down at the bottom and maybe ring the bell, I'll see you on another video and maybe win some prizes or come into the live chat. So see what happens with the pup here. He's very well behaved. We're having issues with potty training though, housebreaking it seems. He needs some serious refresher courses on that. But yeah, he's pretty gotten pretty tight though. We were pretty quick. So all right. So thank you again to you all, and until the next time, again, this is Bayou Gold Guy saying take care of each other, watch out for little animals, and peace out, my friends. Say bye. He doesn't speak either unless I'm not in the room. Then he barks his head off. And in the meantime, there is the gold cat sitting on his stool, watching it all go on. Hurricane. He's not impressed, but he's not really moved either. He's adapted very well.